Welcome to Williams Field. Tonight we are here to honor our graduates. Before we begin, I ask that you stand as we recognize the passing of Mr. Art Wagner. Please stand. Last week, the Higley District and the state of Arizona lost an excellent educator and a good man. In honor of Mr. Art Wagner's memory, we ask that you join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. Please be seated. Please welcome Samantha Brenna to the stage to begin our commencement ceremony.
Welcome to the Williams Field 2013 Commencement Ceremony. Please stand for the presentation of colors and remain standing for the National Anthem and Pledge of Allegiance.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red above the sea gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
guys may be seated.
Just have to yell, it's sad.
Oh my goodness.
Testing.
On behalf of Williamsfield High School, I welcome our seniors, our parents, relatives, friends, and honored guests to the Williamsfield High School graduation of the class of 2013. 4 years ago, this day seemed so far away. It seemed like we would never make it to this very moment. I remember people always saying to enjoy your high school years because it goes by fast, but I really didn't understand that until this year. We all spent our days wishing and working hard to be those kids that get to walk across the stage and receive their diploma. And now we are here. It just doesn't seem real. But we made it. And as I look out at all of you now, I can't help but think of all the laughs, the smiles, and even the tears we have all shared together. It may not have been the easiest 4 years of our lives, but they sure have been the most unforgettable. Thank you, class of 2013, for all the great memories. With that, I would also like to thank band and orchestra, as well as our chamber choir and Air Force ROTC for the presentation of the colors. Tonight, our honored guests include the Higley Unified School District board members, President Mrs. Denise Standage, Vice President Mrs. Kim Anderson, Member Mr. Jake Hoffman, Member Mrs. Christina Reese, Member Mrs. Vanessa Rittner, and our Superintendent Dr. Denise Birdwell, along with members of the District Cabinet, Mr. Kevin Haggerty, Dr. Thomason, and Dr. Nance. Thank you, and please now welcome to the podium Lauren Lancaster.
Well, to begin, I guess I just want to start by apologizing to everyone here tonight. I know how frustrating it can be to have to sit through all these speeches when really you just want to get your diploma and call it a night. So I guess where I'm going with all of this is I'll just try to get straight to the point, especially for you who are already starting to zoning out. Really, I just have 3 questions. Question 1, what is the purpose of life? Question 2, what is the secret to life? And question 3, what is the most important thing in life? Now, these are the same 3 questions my dad asked me when I was 5. Of course, my answer to all of them were, oh, I don't know. That's when my dad told me, there is no purpose to life. The secret is y equals f of x, and the most important thing is to love and to be loved. Maybe one day you'll understand what I'm telling you. Now, I had no clue what he was talking about, and quite honestly, I didn't care, mainly because I was 5. But now, after 13 years, I think I can finally say I understand. So I stand here tonight trying to elaborate on my father's advice. Let's begin with question 1. What is the purpose of life? It was my freshman year, and I was sitting in Miss Elwood's freshman focus class. The bell work of the morning was to write down all your dreams. When class started, Miss Elwood asked us to raise our hands if we ever saw ourselves fulfilling these dreams. Just about everyone raised their hands, and that's when Miss Elwood said, "Well, I'm here today to tell you dreams do not come true." This was somewhat shocking to hear since I've never had a teacher be so blunt with me before. But then she proceeded on to say, "Dreams don't come true, goals do." It was the freshman focus class that taught me that in life we don't go out and just find ourselves, we create ourselves through hard work and dedication. In life, there is no purpose. I have no expectations. I wasn't put on earth to do anything or please anybody, and therefore I can do and be whoever I want. This leads me on to question 2. What is the secret to life? For those of you who don't know, y equals f of x is a formula used in algebra saying for every input we get an equal output. It was Mr. Brock who helped me understand this concept. Mr. Brock was my AP biology teacher. And let me tell you, AP biology was the toughest class I have taken at Williamsfield. The notes were so long and boring, Mr. Brock would just give us candy to keep us awake. The labs were so relentless, he would bring us donuts to try to brighten our day. And I swear the tests were written in a foreign language. But at the end of the day, I can definitely say I learned mitosis divides the chromosomes in a cell's nucleus. Hardy-Weinberg principle states that allele and genotype frequencies in a population will remain constant from generation to generation in the absence of an evolutionary influence. And most importantly, I learned a peanut is actually a fruit. That was one thing Mr. Brock was great at. He could always take a negative and turn it into a positive. Mr. Brock showed me when I'm not happy with a situation, it is up to me and me alone to change what I am doing in order to get a better outcome. This leads me on to question 3. What's the most important thing in life? Going into high school, it was me and my 3 friends, Cheyenne, Nia, and Jamie. We were so close back in the 8th grade, and even though Jamie and Nia were going to Higley High School, and Cheyenne and I were going to Williamsfield, we had these images in our heads of how high school would, or what high school would be like and how it would change us, and how through it all we would stick together. That summer, there was an unfortunate turn of events. At the age of 14, Jamie was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. And for those of you who speak English, that's cancer found in her throat. Every day was spent in the hospital from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., watching, experiencing, and dreading the pain cancer had brought to us all. Still to this day, the most worrisome and upsetting sound to ever meet my ears would be listening to everyone sing happy birthday inside the walls of a hospital, because the entire meaning changes. I was 14 years old, and while others my age were worried about finding the right outfit for the first day of school, I was wondering how much more cancer would take away from me. Everything I thought I knew, all the plans we had made, were torn apart. That's the weird thing about life. There are triumphs and failures, heartbreaks and thrills. At some point, we all hit rock bottom, and only some will be able to rise again. Life is a mess, and most people will spend their entire life trying to clean it up. Only a few of the crazy ones will actually just let the mess be. But what makes each day worth every second is knowing people you love and those who love you are surrounding you every second of the day. So now I've been told the best way to end a graduation speech is from a quote found in Polonius's monologue in Shakespeare's play Hamlet. But if there's one thing Mr. Shields taught me is I hate Shakespeare. So I decided to pick one of my favorite quotes from a man I know has affected everyone here today. His name is Steve Jobs. He said, "Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs and the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see them as genius, because the ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
It started out as a feeling, which then grew into a hope, which then turned into a quiet thought, which then turned into a quiet word.
And then that word grew louder and louder, till it was a battle cry. I'll come back when you call me. No need to say goodbye.
Just because everything's changing doesn't mean it's never been this way before.
All you can do is try to know who your friends are as you head off to the war.
Pick a star on the dark horizon and follow the light. You'll come back when it's over. No need to say goodbye. You'll come back when it's over. No need to say goodbye.
Now we're back to the beginning. It's just a feeling and no one knows yet.
But just because they can't feel it too doesn't mean that you have to forget.
Let your memories grow stronger and stronger till they're before your eyes. You'll come back when they call you. No need to say goodbye. You'll come back when they call you. No need to say goodbye.
Good evening. I'm Autumn Wooten, and I'm the student body president. Now, I'm not going to stand here and say all of the cliche things you expect to hear at graduation. I just wish to talk about an important disease for a few moments and then get my diploma. Senioritis. We all know this term very well, some more than others. This disease goes far beyond the symptoms of lazy work and slow mornings. The real disease is an emotional infection. A month ago, graduation couldn't have come any faster, but now we just want it all to stop. Our minds seem to be rewired to replay all of our fondest memories, and yes, those not so fond memories as well. It's a disease of realization, that we are going to leave this field and be off on our own to discover who we are and really make the life that we want for ourselves. It's the realization that the bathrooms switched upstairs and downstairs won't be a problem anymore. That the sandwich line is always a better idea than the pizza. That senior pranks have never ended well. The realization this disease gives is that all of this will soon be gone. We tried to detach ourselves from what we have called our nest for 4 years. Senioritis is the process we go through to leave the nest. Our teachers think that we are just lazy and unmotivated, but it's just that what you learn your senior year is far more than you can get from a textbook. It comes from within us. The word itself proves this. Senior, being us, and itis, meaning inflammation. So it's the inflammation of a senior. Inflammation. Swell, infect, ignite. We, as seniors, are ignited with new ideas and ready to take on the world. But we all handle this senioritis differently. For me, I really turned to my family and my friends. Some just lay back and go into acting, Jesse Fernandez. Some study even more, Shandon Kaufman. Some nearly kill themselves with dangerous stunts, Benson Willis. Some bump set and spike it into the ground, Rachel Thompson. Some pack it away in their fanny packs, Austin and FPC. And hey, some even leave us entirely, Miss Camera. After all, but with this disease comes fear. After all, we're just kids. We don't all know exactly what we want to be and where we want to go. Some of us are going out of state, some close to home. Regardless, our future is in our hands and we're scared. This disease is contagious, yet necessary. We need the fear, the challenge, the opportunity, and yes, the occasional relentless teacher to give us a glimpse of reality. So take what you have learned and hold it close to you. So when you receive your diploma and leave this nest, you can stand proud and say, I am a Williamsfield Blackhawk senioritis survivor. Now we will hear a few words from Morgan Beeling, but that's it. That's my grand speech. So let's graduate and go to Disneyland.
My fellow graduates, it has been nearly 4 years since most of us took our first steps onto this campus. We were nervous being underclassmen, the lowest ones on the totem pole. Although the uncertainties that lied ahead made us anxious, the excitement for these new opportunities quickly put us at ease. We took our first steps into the classrooms of teachers that would become not only our academic educators, but our mentors to guide, encourage, and help each of us prepare for our future. We learned from them what state standards dictated, but more importantly, they taught us that to be able to excel, we must learn to challenge our capabilities, to experience true personal growth. Thomas Edison said, if we did the things we are capable of, we would astound ourselves. As the class of 2013, we have been astounded over the past 4 years, finding out what we each have the capacity to do and achieve with the encouragement of many of these teachers. We have taken our first steps in refining ourselves and achieving things that we may have believed were not attainable. Dedication, practice, and sacrifice on many levels have helped lead our Blackhawk Regiment Marching Band to place in state, and be able to play in the Citrus Bowl in Florida. It is that same level of dedication and practice that has shaped our athletes into the exemplary sportsmen that they are, as shown by our many seniors who have signed on with colleges and universities across the country. And let's not forget our boys' track team. The tenacity and fortitude shown by these athletes earned them the title of state champions. We have taken our first steps in making friends here at Williamsfield that we will have for a lifetime. Our time in high school has not just been lived in the classroom. The time before and after the bell rang, when the halls were empty, was some of the most formative moments we spent on this campus. That time was spent with other students who became our close friends, not just teammates and classmates. The instances spent in clubs, sports, and other programs provided us with many meaningful experiences and taught us to have pride in our school. What we have accomplished and learned in 4 years cannot simply be summarized in a diploma or grade point average on our transcript. Beyond the textbooks, we have received an education that is irreplaceable in life from our friendships with each other and with our teachers and coaches. Personally, one of the greatest lessons I have learned here at Williamsfield has been attained on this track. Although most of you might find running to be tedious or unpleasant, I have grown to greatly enjoy it during high school. Through my participation on both the cross-country and track teams, I have grasped the concept of hard work, perseverance, and persistence. Trying to reach a personal record and shave seconds off of a 2 or 3 mile race does not come easily. With my participation on both teams, I also learned a great deal about patience. Patience due to pushing through injuries, and patience on the part of the coaches to teach us not only about running, but more so on developing athletes full of character and integrity. With the lessons we have learned during the past 4 years and all that we have achieved, we realize our successes would not have been possible without the love, encouragement, and never-ending support from each of our families. Our families have been there for us from the very first steps in our journeys, through the milestones each of us have achieved in our lives. On behalf of the 2013 graduating class, I would like to say thank you to all the parents, parental figures, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and siblings for your loving support. Thank you for tolerating our cranky moods the day after we have pulled an all-nighter to study for a test. Thank you for putting up with our bad attitudes when our team lost a game, meet, or match. So many of you are here to celebrate this milestone with us. You have helped us make it here tonight, and we applaud you. Oh, okay. Tonight, we took our last steps onto the campus as students, and will leave here as graduates of the Williamsfield class of 2013. We are leaving the comforts of high school, and now are taking the first steps into our futures. The uneasiness we may have felt 4 years ago when we first arrived at this campus has morphed into a nervousness of facing our future. In just a few months, many of us will be taking our first steps on college campuses to further our academic education. Some will be taking their first steps into military boot camp or military academies, preparing to serve and protect our country, both home and abroad. Others will be taking their first steps into the workforce to, as we have been told, face the so-called real world. According to Johann Wolfgang van Gogh, whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic. High school has been a great stepping stone, and the memories we have will be ours forever. But now it is time for us to move on, continue growing, and to succeed. I challenge each of you to be bold in your future goals. Never think that you are incapable of achieving your dreams. With hard work and motivation, we truly can accomplish our aspirations, no matter how unattainable we might believe them to be. Congratulations, class of 2013. We did it. We conquered high school, we dominated doing it, and we did it together.
Graduation is a special time of year and a time for celebration of accomplishments. The Williamsfield class of 2013 is a very accomplished class. This year's class consists of 340 graduates and is the fourth class to graduate from Williamsfield High School. We have 4 early graduates, 10 students who have enlisted in the military, and a National Merit finalist in Spencer Newcomb. Over 95% of this class has indicated that they will attend a post-secondary education. This class has also received over $7,348,000 in scholarships, awards, and financial aid offers to attend post-secondary education. That's an exceptional accomplishment for a class of 340 graduates. In our honors program, 45 seniors took 94 advanced placement exams in the following subject areas: English literature, U.S. history, government, economics, calculus, biology, chemistry, human geography, and studio art. In our We the People program, all 6 of our teams qualified for competition, with one of our teams missing a perfect score by only 2 points. Our biotechnology program made national news. They sequenced a gene, the first time ever that this gene was sequenced, and it's a gene of an enzyme from the Mexican Palo Verde tree. Great job, biotech. Our 4th-year Spanish students took first place in the ASU Language Fair and treated us to some great sopapillas and salsa. It was another successful year for Link Crew, with 88 Link leaders providing support for our Blackhawk freshmen throughout the school year. Could I have our senior Link leaders please stand? Thank you. In the area of performing arts, the Williamsfield Blackhawk Regiment Marching Band finished 3rd in the Abota State Marching Band Championships. They were also one of only 2 groups to receive a superior rating at the State Marching Festival. The Blackhawk Marching Band also had the honor of representing Williamsfield and participating in the Orlando, Florida Citrus Bowl Parade. Our Brass Hawks Brass Quintet received a superior rating at the AMEA Solo and Ensemble Festival. The Symphonic Band received an excellent rating at the Abota Area Concert Festival and at the Abota State Concert Festival. Spencer Newcomb had the prestigious honor of representing Williamsfield as a member of the All-State Band. The Williamsfield Orchestra performed well and earned an excellent rating at the Abota Fall Festival. They also were honored to perform at the Gilbert Chamber of Commerce Awards banquet, as well as the Higley Unified District Teacher of the Year dinner. Our choir program traveled to San Diego for competition, earning a silver rating. They also performed at various times throughout the year, including Christmas caroling at the Santan Mall. The Elation Dance Company had another successful year and traveled to New York City working with professional dance company performers. The Williamsfield Spirit Line qualified for the AIA state competition in both pom and cheer for the first time in school history, with pom finishing 8th in the state and cheer placing 9th. Our Williamsfield Thespians entertained us numerous times during the year in the area of musicals, dramas, and my favorite, improv. In regard to our thespians, the class of 2013 has had 17 members inducted into the International Thespian Society since 2010. In the area of athletics, 13 Blackhawk teams have qualified for the state tournament. These teams include football, swimming, diving, cross country, boys golf, boys soccer, girls basketball, wrestling, baseball, boys tennis, and boys and girls track. Our football team dominated once again, going to the semifinals of the state tournament and finishing with a record of 11-2. Our boys soccer team had an outstanding season, compiling a record of 13-2 and making their first semifinal appearance in the state tournament. The wrestling team earned a 3rd-place trophy to the Coolidge tournament. Our Williamsfield wrestling team also placed 7 Blackhawks in the state tournament and finished 18th at the state meet. The varsity baseball team tied a school record for wins with an overall record of 20-11. The boys volleyball team had another winning season and won the championship in the Notre Dame Invitational Tournament. In boys track, we have our first athletic team state championship. Would the members of the boys state championship team, whether you're on the field or in the stand, would you please stand and be recognized? Please stand up, guys. Our individual state champions in track include senior Quincy Stokes in the 110 high hurdles and the Blackhawk 4x100 team consisting of sophomore Kenny Owens, juniors Roman Schultens and Nick Adamczyk, and seniors Sean Schweichler and Terrence Payne. In track, we also have state runner-ups in the 4x400 team consisting of Quinn Gardner, Nick Adamczyk, Sean Schweichler, and Terrence Payne. Terrence Payne was also the state runner-up in the 100 and 200 meter sprint. Great job, guys. Overall, we're proud to have 9 senior Blackhawk athletes that have signed to play at the collegiate level in their respective sports. The class of 2013 is also one that gives and has made a positive impact in the community. Students in National Honor Society have completed over 3,300 hours of community service. This year's Stuff the Bus fundraiser raised over 12,000 pounds of food for the United Food Bank. That's over 6 tons of food, and it broke last year's record by almost 3,000 pounds. For the second year in a row, Williamsfield High School led the state and received another recognition trophy for the school that donated the largest amount of food to the United Food Bank. I'd like to congratulate every single one of our students and teachers, seniors and underclassmen on that great accomplishment. Our student council has had an outstanding year. They conducted 3 successful blood drives, collecting enough blood to save over 900 lives. In a toy drive, they collected over 400 toys for foster kids, as well as raised over $500 through Relay for Life breast cancer awareness. Again, our student council connected with our senior community at the Sunrise Senior Living Center to host various activities and a senior prom. Student council also was behind the creation of Blackhawk Buddies, which is a new club allowing our students to lend support and work with our special needs students. It's a special program. This is an accomplished class and definitely one that gives. Before I finish, I would also like to recognize our senior time capsule. The senior time capsule is located in the courtyard planter. The time capsule will be opened in the year 2023 at the 10-year reunion for this distinguished class. Congratulations to the class of 2013.
I know you're getting tired, so I'm going to be very brief. It's always a privilege as a superintendent to address the class. So first, let me say congratulations to the class of 2013. Tonight is truly a moment of celebration. We honor you and thank you for allowing us to be a part of your life for the last 12 years. We thank your parents for trusting you to the Higley Unified School District and under the direction of this high school with Sean Lynch. I want to take this time to thank him for his dedication and thank him for his service to the Higley Unified School District. When he came on board, he had one major mission: develop a very strong student culture. He has achieved that. He leaves this school with a culture that is about the students. We appreciate it. We know that it will carry on for many, many years. We also know he will take on a great new challenge in a large high school where he will graduate twice as many as we have sitting before us. But we know he's ready to do that because you also taught him many things. You helped him grow, and I know he's appreciative of that. Absolutely. Thank him again. Let me also say that we are very proud of the Williamsfield Blackhawks. You represent your school and your district with excellence. We listened to your principal just now praise your achievements. And he is right, you stand out among your peers. Wow, 7.3 million. We've not seen that type of achievement from a class. It speaks highly. 95% of you plan on post-secondary. That is outstanding. Nowhere in the state do we hear those kinds of records. It speaks highly of the culture that's been developed here. So let me just take one quick minute and say, what's to come? What will you be? This is up to you. Your destiny awaits you, and the world awaits your footprint. You've already made some. The discovery of the gene. What an outstanding accomplishment by the biotechnology students. National recognition. That is the type of footprint that you're capable of. I want to share one short story. So we're going to go back in time. Born into slavery, Harriet Tubman escaped and subsequently made more than 19 missions to rescue more than 300 slaves, using a network of anti-slavery, the safe houses known as the Underground Railroad. She left a footprint. Do you know in that time of saving those 300 lives, she didn't lose one, not one of the people she tried to save. She's quoted as saying this, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars, to change the world." She had a driving conviction and a passion, and I believe that those words ring true today. I believe that you have already begun to show your strength, your patience, and your passion. If your achievements thus far is just an example of what you're capable of, you will leave great footprints for the rest of the world. So dream and dream big. I do believe dreams come true. Because goals are great, but without dreams to start them, you never know where you're going. So I have to tell you, be a dreamer. Go forward, be accomplished. Congratulations, graduates, and thank you for what you've given us.
Good evening. I am so excited to be here. I'm so excited to hear so far what I've heard about this graduating class. And the thing that I want to leave with you is that everyone is a genius. Let me talk about that just a little bit. The natural abilities that you have and your capacity. Every one of us is a genius. So I hope when you go home and look in the mirror and you say, oh, that lady at the graduation said I was a genius. I want to give you some ideas tonight on how to find that genius if you haven't already. One thing is that it takes a mission to turn your genius into the level of a life you want to live. So most important is to find out what your mission in life is. And I want to just tell you right here, right at the beginning, that in 5 years from now, you think about that. I remember back when I was graduating, I was 17, and I didn't really understand what I was going to do with my life, or even really what my expectations were. 5 years from now, you will either be on your way to living the life that you were born to live, or you won't. So I hope you take that as a challenge. 5 years from now, even though you're graduating from high school, you can have a superb education or you can have a mediocre education. And I know high school is a good place to start. but you have the whole rest of your life to continue, and I hope you do. My challenge to you tonight, 1, go out and find out what your mission is. Your purpose in life is to find your purpose in life and then give your heart and soul to it. I think that bears repeating. Your purpose in life is to find your purpose in life and then go out and give your whole heart and soul to it. So I'm going to give you some ideas of mission, and I want to know if any of them resonate with you. 1 is feed the hungry, clothe the naked, liberate the captive, educate the ignorant, spread beauty, heal the sick, spread posterity, heal families. Did any of those resonate with you? There are so many different kinds of missions in life, and I hope all of you put a verb in front of a cause that you can help. The second thing, develop your mission. Once you figure out what you want to do with your life, you figure out your purpose, develop it. To reach your potential to the extent that you serve others outside of yourself. Discover who needs you and what you have to offer. And you'll say then, that's me. I'm going to do something with it. You need to find a mentor in your life. Once you find out what your mission is, find a mentor to help you get what you need to be able to succeed in your life. A mentor could be a great book, a classic. It could be a great leader of the past. It could be somebody that you know right now. It might be somebody you need to search out. A mentor can help you in your life past those challenges that you might have. Spend time, energy, effort, and sacrifice to work on your genius, your natural ability, because you all have it. Number 3, polish it. Omit those things in your life that block you from succeeding at whatever it is your mission would be. And whatever just popped into your mind, that's what you want to get rid of. It's different for everybody. And the second thing you want to do to polish your mission is to associate with those people who have the same goals in life as you do. 4, and lastly, use your genius to serve others. Look at the world as it is. Look at yourself. Look at the world as what it should be. And then insert yourself in between and use your mission or your purpose in life to make a better impact in the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. Congratulations to all of you.
What we've been waiting for. Mr. Lynch, have these candidates for graduation met all the requirements for high school graduation as prescribed by the laws of the state of Arizona and the policies of the Higley Unified School District Governing Board?
Graduates, please stand. Dr. Birdwell and Governing Board, it is with great pride that I present the Williamsfield High School Class of 2013. I hereby certify that these students have satisfactorily completed the course of study required by the Higley Unified School District Governing Board and the Board of Education of the state of Arizona.
Let's make this official. On behalf of the Higley Unified School District Governing Board and upon the recommendation of faculty, it is my pleasure as the board president to declare you graduates of the Higley Unified School District with all the rights and honors. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Readers, please come to the stage for the presentation of the diplomas.
Brittany Ackley.
Alyssa Machado.
Marissa Lawley.
Edgar Maldonado III.
Jade Acosta.
Logan Maltese.
Kelsey Acosta.
Riley Mannix.
Natalie Acosta.
Brooklyn Martinez.
Brady Ahern.
Benjamin Martinez.
Elena Aiello Pinti.
Isaiah Martinez.
Katie Allred.
Haley Matthews.
Joseph Alvarez.
Garen Mattison.
Brandon Amenta.
Preston MacArthur.
Sebastian Anderson.
Kayla McCauley.
Chance Anderson.
Wesley McDavid.
Sarah Arredondo.
Matthew McWilliams Jr.
Alexis Arriaga.
Christina Mesa.
Adriana Arrieta.
Dallin Milius.
Austin Ashton.
Kaylee Moats.
Ryan Assiston.
Braxton Montgomery.
Kylie Atkinson.
Jacob Montoya.
Sargon Aziz.
Christian Mook.
Emily Baker.
Chase Moore.
TJ Banks.
Aaron Morehouse.
Philip Barnett.
Megan Morrow.
Taylor Barrera.
Alyssa Morse.
Abraham Barone.
Mallory Moyers.
Jaden Bass.
McKenna Moyers.
Morgan Beeling.
Kaylee Nassif.
Adrian Bell.
Stephen Nazi.
Torian Bendel.
Stephanie Nair.
Miranda Baranek.
Ariel Navales.
Caitlin Berggren.
Zechariah Navales.
Jesse Burner Rozicki.
Spencer Newcomb.
Brandon Billy.
Michelle Wen.
Jonathan Bledsoe.
Stephen Wen.
Samuel Bodner.
Gianluca Nicastro.
Casey Brunecki.
Alexandria Nichols.
Rachel Bro.
Caitlin Nicholson.
Samantha Brenna.
Emilia Nimiski.
Brittany Brimmer.
Ashley Ochoa.
Mark Brown.
Tara Odell.
Mason Brown.
Johanna Alisa Ojeda.
Ashley Bajea.
Jake Ojeda.
Samantha Bajea.
Bianca Onofre Soto.
Scarlett Burgess.
Cheyenne Ortiz.
Drew Bergesser.
Lucas Ortiz.
Gabrielle Caballero.
Robert Osenchuk.
Jordan Cade.
Moses Padilla.
Zachary Call.
Micah Palacio.
Joseph Camarena Castro.
Alexis Palomino.
Jordan Cameron.
Adrian Payan Gonzalez.
Cedric James Carbonell.
Terrence Payne II.
Alexander Carnot.
Samantha Penrod.
Megan Carter.
Stetson Perez.
Carlo Celebrado.
Victor Perez Ramirez.
Nicole Shalou.
Cody Person.
Ben Chapman.
Jonathan Pitts.
Colin Charles.
Victoria Platt.
Samantha Chapalis.
Michelle Poe.
Brianna Clark.
Talon Polanco.
Stephanie Cochran.
Monique Ponce.
Shandon Kaufman.
Austin Poole.
Tyler Colello.
Amanda Post.
Mia Collins.
Bradley Purington.
James Contreras.
Martia Rawl.
Monica Cooper.
Malachi Ramirez.
Tierra Copeland.
Yaritza Ramirez.
Nicholas Corbett.
Randolph Ramirez.
Joshua Cox.
Selena Ramos.
Aaron Crespin.
Logan Rasmussen.
Jose Cruz Chavez.
Alexis Rosso.
Joshua Cummings.
Marissa Ray.
Hannah Davies.
Luis Reynoso.
Amber Davis.
Kelson Ricca.
Ashley De La Torre.
Michaela Rice Harvey.
Brittany Del Bianco.
Spencer Richardson.
Vanessa De Piano.
Patricia Meg Rico.
Brittany DeWitt.
Callie Reese.
Rebecca Diamond.
Shelby Rinky.
Jordan Dixon.
Brandon Rivas.
Michaela Dolce.
Lisa Rivera.
Emmett Dunn IV.
Luis Rizzo Sotelo.
Richard Dunny.
Nicole Robinette.
Christian Leonardo Duran Rojas.
Hannah Robinson.
Savannah Durant.
Ninette Rocabado.
Alexandra Ebner.
London Rogers.
Megan Yaguchi.
Heather Romney.
Jeremy Elder.
Marina Rosa.
Stephen Elliott.
Marissa Rosenbaum.
Ian Erickson.
Sarah Ross.
James Erickson.
Dylan Roth.
Destiny Escarcega.
Wesley Roush.
Emily Espinoza de los Monteros.
Travis Rowe.
Trevor Espinoza.
Jasmine Roy.
Demi Estrella.
Brianna Ruiz.
Stephanie Faust.
Daniel Reedstrom.
Kaz Fernandez.
Cody Rice.
Jesse Fernandez.
Ryan Sable.
Garrett Ferraro.
Charles Sines.
Raymond Figueroa.
Caitlin Salazar.
Stephen Figueroa.
Sammy Joy Salazar.
Chase Fine.
Nabil Sanchez.
Brooke Fletcher.
Christopher Santos.
Caprice Fratella.
Danielle Sapori.
Alyssa Galliano.
Victoria Savory.
Christopher Gauna.
Sean Schweichler.
Ricardo Garcia.
Kyle Scott.
Robert Garcia.
Stephanie Scott.
Carly Gaylord.
Joshua Sednai.
John Guinness IV.
Tatum Sellers.
Callie Glenn.
Joshua Simon.
Alexandra Goebel.
Hunter Skidmore.
Janelle Gooder.
Austin Smith.
Cody Goodman.
Baylor Smith.
Michaela Gracie.
Sean Smith.
Tatiana Graham Dean.
Kylan Smith.
Nicholas Greco.
Gabriella Smith.
Sashawn Green.
Madison Smith.
Derek Gregson.
Nick Sokor.
Monique Griego.
Emily Sorrell.
Luke Guarneros Diaz.
Charles Starr.
Brandon Guerrero.
Soraya Steele.
Brandon Habib.
Emma Steiger.
Marissa Hamrick.
Quincy Stokes.
Carissa Hancock.
Hayden Strom.
Reagan Hansen.
Madeline Sullivan.
Derek Harris.
Travis Summers.
Kevin Hart.
Rachel Tassainer.
Paige Hebner.
Matthew Tellez.
Devin Heimberg Burris.
Skylar Thomas.
Dakota Heiser.
Austin Thompson.
Ethan Helmstadter.
Max Thompson.
Haley Hemming.
Rachel Thompson.
Justin Henriksen.
Kristen Tift.
Carlos Hernandez.
Kristen Titmus.
Amy Hernandez Evangelista.
Casey Tittle.
Jacob Herring.
Nicholas Torrey.
Brittany Heyer.
Mark Angelo Trainer.
Kara Higgs.
Megan Trainer.
Taylor Hollingshead.
Julia Tran.
Danica Cheyenne Holloway.
Michaela Traub.
Adam Hosch.
Elise Trejo.
Kyle Huth.
John Tully.
Zachary Hyam.
Hannah Turner.
Cole Ivy.
Ashley Valdez.
Destiny Jaski.
Julia Valles.
Roman Jimenez.
Cole Vandahai.
Candace John.
Brianna Vartanian.
Jordan Johnson.
Serena Vasquez.
Preston Johnson.
Raymond Velasquez.
Desmond Jones.
Melissa Velasquez.
Mitchell Kaminsky.
Deanna Vickroy.
Zachary Caddick.
Sky Vigil.
Jack Katz.
Summer Vigil.
Colin Kernigan.
Zarina Villegas.
Taylor Key.
Trevor Watts.
Andrew Kruger.
Brennan Weber.
Kevin Lamb.
Dustin Weiss.
Lauren Lancaster.
Skylar Wengert.
Kyle Land.
Jake Willick.
Levi Langston.
Morris Williams II.
Bobby Leal.
Benson Willis.
Johnny Lameau.
Gavin Wilson.
Gabriella Licata.
Tyler Wilson.
Shelby Liu.
Autumn Wooten.
Eric Lockhart.
Shelby York.
Zachary Lytle.
Mackenzie Yowell.
Class of 2013, please rise. You may now move your tassels from right to left. And you know it's coming. We've got 2 questions. Let's be loud and proud. What are you? And as 2013 graduates of Williamsfield High School, what will you do? Great job, guys. I'm proud of you.